kind day to you all. I'm Kinsmark.
I'm Violeta.
And this is Chapter 3 of Let's Play
True
or False. And I'd like to conduct a little experiment, first of all, because I have a suspicion, like I said in the last episode...
It
kept my progress.
Oh, I don't want to ruin our progress.
Yeah, I'd rather not foul this. Because, as I said, I have seen, because of the Steam tags, that there's something that someone associated horror to this game. And so...
And it was in the most popular user-made tags.
Yeah, so that tells me that a lot of other people corroborate that, claim. So my suspicion, if I were to code a game like this, and I were to take a trivia game...
If you got it wrong enough times.
The more incorrect answers you accrue...
Get to question 103.
I know,
we didn't get that many wrong. Let's try the other modes first.
You think?
Yeah. But why else would they give us that many modes?
Yeah, I mean, maybe they contain that aspect of it, so... Alright, let's set this aside.
The adventures.
Yeah.
Version.
Alright. So...
what in the world is adventure?
Yeah, how does one adventure in
I don't know.
a true or false trivia game?
I don't know.
You have no adventures available to play. You can grab Owl Rescue DLC for free on Steam?
Quick play?
I'll save that for later, then. Quick play is probably just... I don't know. Question 1 of 10.
Okay.
Alright, let's give this a run through then.
So do we want to do this as all the non-true?
Yeah, maybe?
All the wrong? Want to get these wrong?
Yeah, let's try and get these wrong. Let's just see what happens.
Okay, so we know that that's actually true, so
we'll mark this as false. Okay, so it's survival mode. Can you get 10 in a row?
Well, what happens if we get 10?
I don't know. That's also a fair question.
Wild bananas are full of seeds, and the ones we eat have been specially bred over the years to be seedless.
That's true. Alright.
Okay. Blonde-haired humans developed only 11,000 years ago as an evolutionary response to the lack of sunlight in northern Europe to enable more vitamin D synthesis. I think that's true.
That sounds true.
That's why they are paler up there, because they need to get as much as they can, while towards the equator, you end up with darker skin to protect from too
against,
much sun.
ultraviolet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that sounds awfully science-y.
True. That is true, I think.
Cool. Alright. Okay, so
false.
So that was false, so we're gonna mark it as... No.
We're getting
these right. Hang on, I confused myself. First man in space. Okay, correct. That's false.
That's true.
So that's true. Man, we're getting that question a lot. Okay, halfway there. Single asteroid, that is true. Correct. TV...
No. It better not be. Please don't.
Game, so many of these are freebies. The Gnarls Barkley song Craze. I think you're crazy! I love that song. Top of the UK charts for so long, it was eventually pulled so people would remember the song fondly and not get sick of it.
That sounds like a UK thing.
That really does, actually. I don't know if that's true. It sounds true. So,
it sounds true.
Yeah!
Only 2 left.
Just like me.
That's true. This is true.
Alright.
Only 1 left.
1 left. Alright, come on, let's clutch this. We know that's false, so cool. What happens if we get all 10 correct? Anything? Oh, this is the last one. Okay. There's an abandoned subway station under City Hall in New York that no train stops at, but that you can see. Maybe it's for emergencies?
I guess.
I mean, New York is kind of a strange place, so I mean, that sounds true-ish.
Okay.
Sure. You win! It says I'm amazing! And that's it.
Okay, go to...
How does the horror fit into this?
Okay,
Are people just trolling this game's Steam tags?
I don't know.
Let's just continue the campaign then.
Do we want to just keep doing it normally?
Yeah, let's just keep... I'm sure we're going to get some wrong, so... First constitution in Europe was the Ukrainian constitution. I have no idea.
Let's say false.
False?
I think it's false.
Alright. Let's see here. Eritrea, not North Korea, scores as the country with the least media freedom in the world.
Considering I've never even heard of it.
I mean, yeah, I guess they make an incredibly small media footprint, because I have no idea where that is. Probably true? Wow.
Where is it? Is that even a place?
The hell is that?
Is that like one town?
I have no idea. Sweden pays high school students $187 per month to attend school.
So.
I know they do pay their students.
They do pay their students.
I just don't know how much, so maybe that's okay. Cool. And like, do they get paid in dollars, or is that the equivalent?
I think it's the equivalent.
Yeah.
It's an allowance sort of thing.
Yeah. Bots have outnumbered humans on the internet. That's probably true, because my God, marketers.
That's probably true.
Yep. There we go.
I wish that wasn't true.
Twitter is rife with them. There is a mountain in Australia named Mount Disappointment. Again, just knowing how like upfront and to the point most Australian people that I've met are,
I can
that
see it.
Sounds true.
That does sound true to me.
There
Oh
we
my
go.
gosh, that's
all right.
amazing.
What we're finding here is how I made it through high school. I don't know many of these things. In fact, I'd admit I know few of these things. I'm just pretty skilled at making educated assumptions.
Yeah. Pineapples were a status symbol in 18th century England. You could rent one for the evening to take to a party. I don't think so.
Again, that last
pineapple?
line. That last line sounds...
Why would you take a pineapple to a party?
And
why would you rent it?
As goofy as certain aspects of especially hoity-toity noble English history are...
I don't think so.
That seems like it's taking it a little too far into ridiculous territory.
I don't think so.
Let me guess, it's actually true.
Please don't be true. No!
England.
I love you, but you're weird. They say keep Austin
You
weird.
have to own it, alright?
Just keep England weird.
What would Tyrion say? Know what you are, accept it, wear it like armor, and no one can use it to hurt you.
U.S. eggs would be illegal in a British supermarket because they are washed. British eggs are illegal in U.S. supermarkets because they're unwashed.
That sounds true.
That sounds true.
Like, I know they have extreme... Because eggs can have, like, all kinds of, disease and bacteria and stuff. That's probably... sure. There we go.
Okay, that's weird, but alright.
Rembrandt's students pranked him by painting fake coins on the floor to watch him try and pick them up. Oh, that's cruel.
That's mean.
And yet, I know art students.
They would do that.
Yeah. All right. There we go.
They'd do that.
Famous physicist Richard Feynman's second wife divorced him because he would do calculus while lying in bed at night. Probably true.
Irreconcilable differences.
I have known some mathematicians in my time, and it's the kind of shit they do. Okay. Harambe is a Swahili name that means working together, pulling together, helping each other, caring, and sharing.
I think
that does seem like the kind of name that they would give to a gorilla at a zoo, like positivity. So sure, I don't speak a word of Swahili. Sounds true though. There we go. All right, praise Harambe. The most common street name in America is 13th Street. No, it's not. It's probably Main Street.
It's Main Street. I don't think that's true.
Yeah. Okay. Vincent van Gogh painted Starry Night while he was in an insane asylum.
I know he did go crazy.
Yeah, he had some psychological issues.
Didn't he? Wasn't he the one who
was
off his own ear?
Yeah, was that Vincent van Gogh? I think it was.
That was, yeah. So why not?
Oh my God, that was true. Wow, I did not know that. All right, Starry Night it is. NASA no longer has the original recording of the moon landing because it's been recorded over and reused. NASA. I know this is true, and damn, someone done up hard.
Why?
I am so disappointed.
Somebody did that one on accident.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine if you were that guy? Just like, oh no, we need to record this. Hurry, just get a tape. Which one? I don't care. Anyone. Just grab one off the shelf. It doesn't matter. Okay, this one. Plug. And then later on, like, oh yeah, the History Channel called us. They want the original moon landing recording. Oh yeah, sure. Let me go get it at a store.
Yeah.
Oh God. Like, can you imagine that realization setting in? All right. Thomas Jefferson believed that the Constitution should expire every 19 years. That does sound like the sort of distrust of government that Jefferson had.
But that's weird. Why 19 years?
I'm not sure. The man was pretty eccentric, though, so I could see him plucking some strange number out of the ether like that.
Why expire? What does that even mean?
Because he didn't trust governments to last even a single generation prior to corruption setting in. And so they needed to get rewritten and refounded constantly so that they were always fresh and true to their ideals. That was something
Except that doesn't work.
Especially because they had just, like, fought a war and everything, so,
Yeah,
like...
but I'm pretty sure that doesn't work.
I never said Jefferson was a flawless philosopher, alright?
Yeah. Okay, so
That sounds like something he would say.
I hope not.
Yep, there we go. Like I said, the man had an insane distrust of government. Shooting point blank means shooting in a range where you don't have to account for gravity. Is that what point blank means? I'm not sure that's what point blank means. I mean, that's factually true.
Actually, no, I think that is what that is.
Is it?
Well,
like, I know
if you're at point blank range, you don't need to account for gravity when you're trying to shoot them.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, shooting point blank does mean you don't have to account for gravity. I'm just not sure that's what the phrase means.
I don't know.
Then again, I'm not entirely sure what it means, so maybe that is it?
I think the localization needs some work.
It does.
But then again, he didn't have...
yeah, because it's only listed as the one guy that made this game, so I mean, I can forgive a few little errors here and there. Is that true? Oh my god, it's true. Alright, interesting. The last two speakers of a dying Mexican language, Ayapaneco, refused to speak to each other because they didn't like each other. I could easily see that.
I could see that.
Because that sounds like it's rooted in some sort of, like, cultural issues.
Yeah.
So, sure. There we go. Alright. 99.9, or not, where the hell did the 0.9 come from?
99% of Rubik's Cubes are impossible to solve.
Not true. Like, we all knew that kid in high school that could just in, like, 15 seconds. So, that's false. That's false. Alright. The satirical news outlet The Onion is now worth more than most of the legitimate news outlets that it mocks.
Yep.
Probably true. Just like how shows like The Daily Show and The Colbert Report are where most people of our generation get their news instead of mainstream news outlets.
Women can fly airplanes in Saudi Arabia but can't drive cars. It's true that they can't drive cars.
I know they can't drive. Can they fly? That's a weird inconsistency. Like, not that I'm approving of limitations for genderable reasons on any sort of thing like this. It's just, it seems strangely inconsistent, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's probably because the laws for cars came before the airplanes, and it was under a different
Or like, are flight companies, do they have to follow international rules or something?
I think so.
They probably do.
I'd say this sounds true.
I mean, it sounds like it.
At least half of it's true.
I mean, if you're gonna make arbitrary distinctions like that, come on, people, then, I mean, your logic is clearly so inconsistent that something like this
could happen.
Isn't out of the ordinary, so that's probably true. Saudi, what are you doing? Alright, let's see here. Ramen comes from Japan, but is made from Chinese ingredients. Is it? That wouldn't surprise me. Okay, alright, cool. Because isn't it rice noodles? Isn't that what And like most of the rice in the world comes from China, so.
Yep. Recording artist Moby gave himself that stage name because his great uncle was the author of Moby Dick. Really?
I have no idea if that's true. That's a really cool story if it is, though, so hopefully...
I hope so. Yay! Cool story!
Interesting. Haiti and Liechtenstein had the same exact flag? I mean, there are only so many simple patterns and colors one can arrange, so that's probably true. Alright, interesting. Sweden imports 80,000 tons of rubbish a year from Norway. I have heard that Norway exports a lot of their trash.
Yeah, that's because they don't have the recycling plants there.
Exactly.
So they send it to Sweden, I think.
Yeah, so that they can process it there.
Plants. Yeah.
So that's probably true.
And you can get paid for recycling.
You can make a lot of money for recycling in Norway. Norway will be the first country in the world to shut down FM radio and go digital instead. I heard about that. Yeah, that's true. Alright. The film The Godfather was shot in backwards?
Shot backwards.
Yeah, like in reverse order of scenes, I guess. I don't know.
I believe it.
Like, I heard there were some strange directing things to do with that movie. I don't know if it was shot in reverse, though. True? Oh, that's false. Okay, yeah. I didn't figure that was correct. I was just like,
an abandoned subway station under City Hall in New York. No train stops at.
We've seen this, so we know that's true.
Yeah.
Alright. Pythagorean theorem works in any number of dimensions? I ain't a mathematician. I have no idea.
I can do algebra, but I don't. I don't know. I don't do dimensional shenanigans. I don't know. What?
Alright, I learned me a thing. Sony sold 12 million floppy disks in 2009?
Why in 2009?
No, that seems too recent to sell that many floppy disks.
Yeah.
Let's say that's false. Who the hell is using millions of floppies in 2009?
Guys.
That was only 7 years ago.
The times have moved on.
CDs, man. Update. Flash drives, even. Velociraptors were really only the size of an average dog and had feathers. That is true. Because the ones you saw in Jurassic Park are lies.
Those are not actually velociraptors.
Oh, those are Deinonychus. True. Correct. That is true. Velociraptor. Alright. So, Nazis attempted to assassinate Winston Churchill with an exploding chocolate bar.
I believe it. I would believe it.
It wouldn't surprise me, because, I mean, we, like the Americans, tried to kill Fidel Castro with exploding cigars. So...
It's not that...
This crazy Looney Tunes assassination shit isn't new.
I could see it.
Oh my god, Germany, what were you doing?
No wonder they didn't make it, though.
Scorpion venom is the most expensive liquid on Earth. I could see that.
I could see that, too.
Because it's so rare, and yet, like, for anti-venom, people need it, so they're going to pay top dollar for it.
Yeah. Most wallpaper is made out of recycled receipts.
I mean, it's the same consistency. If I think about it, it's that, like, wax papery sort of stuff,
Yeah, I could see that.
Is that true?
No.
Aww. Alright, I was hopeful. There are 4 states that ban billboards: Hawaii, Alaska, Vermont, and Maine.
I'd actually believe that.
All states that have gorgeous vistas that they wouldn't want them getting in the way of.
Yeah.
I could actually see
I
those.
could see that.
Please tell me that's true.
Yep.
Oh my god. There is hope for you yet, America. Okay, alright. Pushkin led his race from the Carthaginian commander Hannibal.
Huh?
What?
Whoa.
Hi there! Clock alarm?
Sorry.
I
don't even understand that question.
I don't know.
Led his race from the What? What?
I don't know my history of Carthage. I'm sorry.
And what does that? I don't understand that sentence.
Maybe that's true. That's okay. Alright, I'll take your word for it.
Fine.
The youngest known serial killer ever is Amarjit Sada, who killed 3 young children at the age of 8.
Ooh, I'd believe that.
So I could easily see that.
I wish I didn't believe that, but I'd believe that.
Like, because it's a term that gets thrown around way too comfortably with a lot of people, I know. However, sociopathic tendencies do set in early on for some people, and for some people it's evident that they just always had them. So there are children for whom those sociopathic complete lack of empathy traits are already there. So if you get a kid that is like annoyed with other kids and they have a complete lack of empathy, I could see a little kid just happening. Like, we've all met mean kids, and yet there are some kids that take it a few steps further. So probably true. Yeah, okay. Is this where the psychological horror comes in? Just like grim factoids?
I hope not.
Is this what people classify as psychological horror?
I don't.
Because if so, I'm a little disappointed. Like,
I was
this is
expecting
cool.
Pony Island.
So was I. That kind of thing. So
the first alcohol-free bar in New Zealand went out of business 5 weeks after opening due to a lack of customer interest. Yes.
I mean, what are you doing? What was your plan for that place?
It's just a drink
It's
bar.
a drink stand.
It is. It's a...
What are you doing? That is just a poor consumer investment. Ukrainians founded the city of Troy, and it was built on the river Dnieper. No!
Did they found a city called Troy?
Of course not!
But did they...
They're saying Troy? The city of Troy. Like, I know it's not capitalized, however, come on. No. Thank you. Alright.
Yes.
Yes, they can. In fact, a lot of rescues do. Alright. AC/DC has 21 songs with the word rock in the title. For those about to rock, oh my god, I'm like spacing out. Oh man.
I don't know. Let's just say true. Let's just say true.
that does sound like, because they're I can think of at least like 3 to 5-ish, so, and I don't know their entire like album history or discography, I think is the proper term for that. True?
I'd say that's true.
My God, I'm sensing a theme. All right, AC/DC. Greeks had no word for the color blue.
No way.
No. No.
Skies. Water.
Like, what would they call those things? That's gotta be. That's. Was everyone in Greece colorblind? What did they call? How did they describe the color of the sky, or the sea, or certain kinds of shrubs with edible things on them that you pop in your mouth? People are weird, man. Okay. All right. All gypsies live in
No.
That's some racist shit, all right? For one, most folks of Romani descent don't like the term gypsies, so let's scratch that from the record. And was this game written in the 17th century? Come on.
Well, clearly it's false.
Well, of course it is. It's just like...
Maybe this is just a given.
Are we gonna start, like, saying with new questions like, oh, you know, them African-American people, they love them some chicken and watermelon? Like, are those the questions coming next? Come on.
Not. But chicken and watermelon is really good.
I mean, it's delicious.
I mean, not together.
I love some, too. It's
I
just,
would put it together.
You know what I'm getting
I know what you're getting at. Yes, I do.
Elijah Wood was crowned king of root beer 6 times in 2011. Is there something I don't know about Elijah Wood?
I don't think so.
That's the guy that played Frodo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so...
I don't think so.
I don't know about that. Okay, alright. I didn't know there was royalty for root beer.
There's a 42% decrease in air quality throughout the U.S. on 4th of July as a result of fireworks displays.
I could see that, because that's an awful lot of gunpowder going off in the air.
Yeah.
42% though, like throughout the like even in states like Montana and Utah where there's like no one there. Like I don't know, that's a really high number.
I don't think so.
I think that's too high a number. I'm gonna call that false. I don't know. I think that's a. I'd like to see the source for that claim.
U.S. cities.
Cities, yeah, I could see cities.
But they didn't specify.
Is that including like all of West Texas and Alaska? And like those huge states where there's like a tiny population percent of actual habitation for like land per square mile, like come on. North Koreans that escape to South Korea are automatically granted citizenship upon arrival. I don't know about that. They are accepted. They're not turned away. So I could see that. True? Yeah. Hopefully. All right, cool. Good on you, South Korea. All right, let's see. There's a Nobel Prize for mathematics. Yes, there is. False.
Maybe it's. That might be put in with the sciences.
Yeah, that's true.
They might be all combined.
That's true. When asked what his IQ was, Stephen Hawking said, I have no idea. People who boast about their IQs are losers. I saw that interview. That is completely true. Okay, let's see here. The Lord of the Rings was originally based on a cereal wax character? No.
And if you say that that's true, okay.
All right, there we go. That was J.R.R. Tolkien working through the experiences that he had during World War I.
It was his PTSD therapy.
Yeah, like it was therapeutic for him to write those. That's why if you look at the archetypal like entities and storylines and the things that a lot of characters have to deal with, like not the magic and all that, like set that aside, like the themes and stuff at work. A lot like the idea of the other, this great force that's led, you know, at this thing that isn't even really regarded as a man. Like a lot of those, and like the question of like why are we even fighting? A lot of those were things that he wrestled with during the fact that he was in fact combat infantry during World War I, and he dealt with a lot of wicked shit during that time, and a lot of that made its way into his writing. Rowan Atkinson, the actor who portrays Mr. Bean, has a master's in electrical engineering.
I believe it.
I know he's very well educated. I don't know if that's amongst it. Sure.
Why not?
Wow. So I guess he can help out the set crew if anything goes wrong. Spirited Away director Hayao Miyazaki won every award he was nominated for, from 1979 to 1998. He was incredibly celebrated during that time, so, I mean, still is. So, I mean, that's Studio Ghibli right there. Alright, cool. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star was composed by Wolfgang, okay, let me actually pronounce that properly. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, when he was 5 years old. Is that what the line in the Epic Rap Battles of History thing with him versus Skrillex is referring to? I rocked harder than you when I was 5 years old! And that's like the closing line of the rap? Is that what he was referring to? Because I
don't
never knew
know.
exactly what that line was about.
Maybe that's what this is about.
I hope that's true. Come on. Come on.
Oh.
No!
Maybe
All
there
right.
was another thing he did.
Maybe there was, yeah. In Old and Middle English, the word "the" was spelled "ye." However, it was still pronounced "the." Common misconception. No, it's not.
I thought ye was you.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Whoops! Anyway. So, crazy. Yeah, we already know that. So,
It takes from the same list.
yeah, okay. Lightning, that is false.
False.
Lightning strikes the same place several times. There are, in fact, multiple people daring
rich.
that statistic that have stood on the same hilltop because they already got struck by lightning once there, and they were just like, well, I guess I'm safer. Crack! Lightning strikes the same place many times, people, because you know what lightning rods are? They're places where lightning strikes the same place hundreds of times in a single storm. Why is that saying even a thing?
I am rich. The useless app costing $999.99 was bought by 8 people before it was taken down by Apple.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'd love to know who those people were, too. Isaac Newton invented the game hopscotch?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That seems strange enough that it might have some truth to it.
It's true.
Okay, all right.
I don't think, like I said.
I don't know, man. The first Roller Coaster Tycoon was written entirely in assembly code, the raw language used by your CPU, by one developer. No.
I don't think so. Well,
No, that's an exaggeration, right?
Well, that depends on what they mean by Roller Coaster Tycoon.
If it's true, that's a hell of an accomplishment. No. How many hours did you spend on that? Oh my god. The video game Donkey Kong is based on a
No.
Donkey Kong is not the story of Harambe fighting against the man, okay? Alright, can we get that out in the open? There's a lot of things that are true. It's not one of them. Alright? Alright. The pilot episode of Lost was so expensive that the network president was fired for greenlighting it? I've never seen Lost. Was it like all kinds of like special effecty? Because isn't it about like a plane crash or something? I can imagine that's probably a really expensive first
plane
scene.
Crash, and then everybody who survived was on an island.
Yeah,
the island was weird, and people.
And then like nobody got answers at the end of the
Stuff
series, and there was like a
happened.
smoke monster and all kinds of crazy shit. Like,
Yeah, crazy.
is that true?
Don't know. That would be.
Because that's more craziness from the mind of J.J. Abrams. So, all right. In late 2016, Earth and Mars will be in an encounter that will culminate in the closest approach between two planets in recorded history.
Between the two planets. I think that's true.
Sure.
I seem to remember there was something about Earth and.
That's false.
Dang.
There we go.
Maybe it was in like a century or something.
Rick Astley has earned almost no money from Rickrolling. Of course not, because most of Rickrolling is done posting links to YouTube accounts that aren't his. They're from other people posting up the songs. So, yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me. All right, cool.
That's sad, though.
I mean, like, he's getting robbed of a lot of revenue. At the same time, it's the internet. The last dinosaur roamed the Earth in 1920. I mean, there is the debate that can we classify, like, avians and some reptiles as still dinosaurs because they are direct descendants of them. It's just like they aren't classified as dinosaurs anymore because they've evolved into different things. So,
That's false.
No. All right. Every United States president with a beard has been a Republican?
That's not true.
I don't know. I'm trying
Lincoln wasn't a Republican, was he?
I don't, because I know, like, here, fun education for those of you that either aren't all that caught up on American history or are from other countries where you aren't, like, taught our history and stuff. The classifications of what constitutes the main parties that control the country today, you know, the Democratic and Republican candidates, or parties rather, they've actually sort of like changed places in terms of their priorities, in terms of like emphasis on government and that kind of thing, and like their stances on taxation and like stuff to do with like civil rights and whatnot. They've changed places multiple times. So what that even means?
It means just the word. Like, what word
yeah,
did
like,
they use?
did they ascribe to the party regardless of its platform?
That was called the Republican
during their
Party.
presidencies.
Was Lincoln a Republican?
I don't know.
That's the question, because that will tell us if it's true or not. Because if he's not a Republican, if he was a Democrat, then it says false.
Oh, man. I even read, like, an entire friggin' tome about him in high school.
I don't know.
And I can't remember which party he ascribed to. I could tell you.
True. I want to know if this is true.
Is it?
What?
My lord. All right, then.
There haven't been that many with beards, to be
Now,
fair.
that's also to say there haven't not many Republicans have had facial hair.
No. Not many
So,
of our presidents have had facial hair at all.
Yeah, because it's generally perceived as unprofessional, so most of them shave.
Yeah.
Unprofessional, my ass. Blonde hair, and he was.
Beards are coming back.
Yeah, they are. I'm happy about that. All right, so let's see. The Czech Republic has over 15,000 people who religiously identify as a Jedi Knight. I know that Jedi is, in fact, a federally acknowledged religion in the United States. So maybe Czech people have seen the light of the Force too. True?
That is amazing.
I love it. All right. Rhode Island is the only state without an active volcano. That is not. That's false. Silly game. Silly. Stephen Hawking had a secret party for time travelers and no one showed up. I read about that. That's true. I love Stephen Hawking. I would love to sit down and chat with that man. He's so fascinating. He's also the one that said so concisely the thing that I am of the exact same mind. We shouldn't look for aliens right now. Because if we find them and they're hostile, we ain't got a chance in hell, people. We are gonna die if they find us and they're hostile. He coined it so concisely, there's a reason you don't yell in the jungle. That's all you need to say.
The most frequently used word in the English language is biscuit. That's wrong. It's the.
Yeah. Anyway. Sharks can easily be crushed by their own body weight on land because they lack a ribcage. That is true. They'll suffocate. Alrighty. Molecularly speaking, water is actually much drier than sand.
How does that mean? I don't understand.
I don't know, because what do they mean by drier? Molecularly speaking. I'm not sure I exactly understand the intent of the question.
Me neither.
I'm going to say false. Okay, alright. Wild bananas are full. Yep. Okay, so we know that. We've gotten that question. Man, this is already stretching into a lot of time. Seriously, is the fact that some of these questions are kind of grim, is that why this is tagged as psychological horror?
Is it? Because if it is, I'm going to be very sad.
I am incredibly disappointed if that's the case. I'm going to do a few more of these. Let's go to 200. Okay. So we've done another 100 in this episode. And then I'm going to call it a day if this doesn't take a hard right and start freaking me out. Because otherwise, it's a fun little trivia game, and that's it. I mean, it's cool, and it's free, and it's on Steam. Check it out. There's a link to it in the description, as always. It's just, I expected something creepy out of this. So, alright, anyway.
Other than the smile from the monkey.
Yeah, so penguins can smell toothpaste from several miles away.
Can they?
Can they? That sounds like something strange that people studying Antarctica might have learned.
Sure.
Okay, that's false. Anyway, I didn't figure it was true. I was just like, I don't know. Ozzy Osbourne's DNA has been sequenced to see how he's still alive after a life of hard drug use and drinking. However, I consider that a poor choice. We should check instead and see. I was extending that sentence in the hopes that I would find the name long enough at the end of it. Ah, God. The guy that Johnny Depp said was his inspiration for Jack Sparrow. He's just like, it's this guy if he were a pirate. The one that played his dad in the other movie. Because of that statement that he said. He was one of the Rolling Stones. He's a wrinkly old man with sunken cheeks, dark hair, plays a guitar. I can see him. What's his name? Keith Richards. There we are. Okay. Because as Robin Williams put it, God rest his soul, Keith is the only man who's done so many drugs throughout his lifetime. He could find a line and just go, anthrax. Alright. When we've nuked ourselves into oblivion, only two things will remain. Cockroaches and Keith Richards. So, anyway. Yeah, that's true. All right. YouTube servers cost $29 a month to run.
True.
Maybe that many million, because I know YouTube actually operates at a loss.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely false. Yeah. Okay. So, on the cellular level, an obsidian knife can cut between cells. That is true.
That is true.
Because there's in fact an obsidian knife that archaeologists found that is 2 molecules wide at the edge, sharper than anything we can create even with laser sharpening today.
Yep, which is terrifying and awesome.
That's why they used them as skinning knives. Beethoven was the first man to hear the sound of clowns arguing?
I don't think so.
What?
That makes no sense. Seriously, though, is that a bear?
I
Somebody answer me. What is that?
I don't know.
That's the thing that's bothering me the most.
Michael B. Jordan's father is named, there we go, Michael A. Jordan.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I don't think so. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, because Michael Jordan isn't, oh jeez. He doesn't use the name like Michael Jordan Jr., so false? Oh, that's true. Alright, I learned something today. Pigs are incredibly scared, of the sound of cats meowing.
I don't think so. That's
sad,
barnyard
yeah, I mean,
cats.
They have cats on farms. Okay.
Okay.
Alright. Just making
We're
sure
not
here.
weirded out.
In 1913, Hitler, Stalin, Trotsky, Tito, and Freud were all living at the same time in Vienna, Austria.
No.
Hang on. Because Hitler was Austrian. Did Stalin spend time in Austria? Trotsky? That would make sense, because he studied there. Who the hell is Tito?
I don't know. Freud was in Austria.
Freud was in Austria. That's enough of them correct.
Let's say
that
true.
That's maybe true.
I don't know who. Okay.
Wow. All right. The first QR code was used on October 8th, 1990.
QR code?
What's a QR code?
I don't know. Say true.
Sure.
No.
Okay. I don't know what that is. Yegor Litov wrote his hit song Pro Durashka in one night with 103-degree
I
fever.
believe that.
Oh, that sounds
about
fittingly
right.
Slavic. There we go. There are no windows in South America. Seriously, this game kind of edges into some racist territory at some point. Okie dokie. Most people can't touch glass without screaming.
Should I demonstrate?
Well, I mean, technically your glasses aren't made of glass. They're made
No, I mean, like, I'll go over there,
Well.
touch our glass window, and... Oh, here we go.
Yeah, glass cup. Ah! All right.
That was a weird question.
Tigers.
That's not true.
Game. Is the psychological horror supposed to just represent my disappointment in everything? Of course, that's false. Okay.
Is really not...
I don't know.
Is the adventures the horror thing?
A man bought 365 Starbucks cards, registered each one for a different birthday, so he got a free birthday drink every day of the year. I could see someone doing that.
I could see someone doing that.
Clever. Gotta hand it to him. Fingernails are about
That's
140% stronger than iron.
That's not true.
No. Alright.
We're almost there.
The first pyramid that was built was intended to be in the shape of a circle? No.
No, I don't think so.
I mean...
Well, yeah, because...
Hold on. What are we defining as a pyramid here? Is it just something that
Like
in
a ziggurat?
profile is triangular in shape? Or
I think so.
are we literally just talking like a stack of rocks? Because like that's one of those answers that a lot of people, like even myself included, have looked at like, they have pyramids on all these different continents and they didn't even know each other. What does it mean? It means that's a really efficient way to stack rocks together so they don't fall down. And it doesn't take a whole lot of ingenuity to figure that out. Just saying. I mean, maybe there's a connection, who knows? I'm just saying. Pyramids aren't exactly the most advanced form of architecture to figure out. And humans are capable of quite a lot. So...
True.
Sure.
Call it true. Let's say true. Nope. That's okay. We're trying to get things wrong anyway.
Yeah. The Pringles man has a name, and that name is Julius.
True.
Sure.
I don't know, but I think it's true.
I'll never look at Pringles the same way again. Ernest Hemingway begged his wife not to send him for more electroshock treatments because he lost so much of his memory he couldn't even remember his own name?
What the?
What?
What?
I don't know much about Hemingway.
I didn't think that was a thing.
Of the classic writers, I didn't really like his work all that much, so I didn't really look into his personal life all that much when I was studying
No
him.
way.
I don't know, man.
Say false. I don't think so.
I hope that's false.
Please
Oh my God.
Tell me that's false.
That poor man.
Oh, I'm so
Oh, Jesus.
sorry.
La Cucaracha is a song about a cockroach.
It is.
Is it though?
I thought
Is this
so.
a trick question?
I think it is.
Because I think doesn't cucaracha like mean cockroach?
Yes.
So
The cockroach.
yeah, okay, yeah. Anyway, the TV.
No,
Okay, so
false.
of course that's false. Yeah, we know that's not a true story. All right, almost there. Jim Morrison was the first person to assassinate a king of England. Who was he, and who did he kill? I don't know. Sure. Wild guess.
Okay.
False. Candy sales dropped 28% after the movie The Social Network was released.
I don't understand why.
I never watched that movie. Was Candy part of it?
If it was, then I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That seemed like a high number. I was just guessing.
Iguanas have a third eye on top of their heads. There's a transparent scale that detects light and dark.
That is true.
Is it really?
It is.
What?
There's a little dark scale on the top of their and
It's another eye.
iguanas and I know at least monitor lizards also have that.
What?
And so I would imagine that Komodo dragons probably do too because they're very
That's-
closely related to monitor lizards.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool. So let's see. The United States does not have an official
I thought
language.
our official language was English.
No, I think that's just the most common. I don't think we actually have an official
A national language.
Yeah.
Okay.
We speak American, and that means whatever it means for you. True. Yeah, there we go.
Oh my gosh, we're
Never let
almost
anyone
there.
tell you, if you're gonna come to America, you need to learn to speak English. Why? It's an arbitrary distinction. We don't have a national language.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see here. 53% of people in Cuba think that Abraham Lincoln grew up in Japan?
Why would they?
Why would they think that? Did someone seriously screw up their textbooks? False, I hope. Okay. All right. Just making sure. Scientist Nikola Tesla used to drink whiskey daily because he thought that whiskey would make him live up to 150 years. He was an eccentric man.
Sure.
Hold on. No, hang on. I could swore I read at some point that Nikola Tesla was like a teetotal, like, clean dude. Like he didn't drink at all.
Okay,
I could
so
swear I've read that.
Let's say it's false then.
That's true. Okay, maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe it was someone else that was...
We're almost there. What happens when we get to 200?
Find out. Harvard earned so much money on interest from its endowment that it could offer free tuition to all students and still make profit on the interest. Probably true.
Yeah. Not that they're gonna do that. But...
Yeah, of course not. Okay.
Is this the last question?
Yeah, for us anyway.
Facts are increasingly inefficient at convincing people to change their minds. True.
Yeah, because there's nothing like...
This is the psychological horror question.
Yes.
The one that's telling us the
Yeah.
truth that even things that are true won't change other people's minds.
Because let me tell you, as a logically minded person, there is nothing more frustrating than having a carefully constructed argument or just a position about some issue that is supported with facts and evidence and sources that hold validity and that aren't slanted news outlets that actually come from as unbiased and flat in terms of influence as sources one can get, like governmental sources, scientific studies, things like that. And then to have all of that just summarily dismissed because their emotions don't agree with that assessment. Appeals to emotion are a logical fallacy. That is not how one debates.
So this
Facts.
is true.
Of course it's true, because people.
79% of our answers were correct.
Was this the actual end of the game?
Yes.
What? Where's the horror? Hang on. Experimentation time. I'm just clicking false on everything. Oh god, this is gonna take forever. Hang on. We're just gonna see what happens.
Did we just get trolled?
I am so sorry for accidentally trolling you guys, because I didn't mean to!
I think we got trolled.
I think so! Because if you're not clear on what I'm doing, I probably just, like, cut straight to this. I'm just trying to get as many things false, or rather wrong, as possible. I'm just clicking false on everything to see if I accrue enough incorrect answers, if something happens. If this gets creepy anytime at all ever.
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does.
I think we got trolled.
Alright, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. So that's true or false. You know what's false? Attaching psychological horror as a tag for this game. Because if uncomfortable factoids are enough for you to consider this psychological horror, you are weak.
Yep.
I'll say it.
And it's not Vladimir Mazlov's fault.
It's not his fault.
It was user-made, user-defined tags.
That's. He's cool. I like him. He made a clever game. Cool, full of cool little factoids, some of which need some checking because they're not actually true. That's fine. Made, apparently, with one guy at the helm, so I can forgive that. Needs a few little grammatical fixes. That's fine again. The name might lead me to think that perhaps...
There's freaking 200 factoids in here. There's gonna be some grammatical issues, probably.
Yeah, and like I said,
especially if English isn't the first language.
Precisely. The name there could indicate that for this guy, English might not actually constitute his native language. And that's cool. I can understand a few grammatical issues that way, especially if he didn't have someone else to localize it for him. So, all that said, cool game. I like it. Fun. Good little time killer. Charming music.
Where the heck is the freaking psychological horror?
It's you! Not you, the audience. You guys are cool. It's the Steam community. Y'all are the ones I'm taking issue with.
You tricked us. We played over an hour's worth.
We're pushing 3 hours on this. This isn't psychological horror! Play Fear, play Silent Hill, play Outlast. You want psychological horror? Play those games. This is not psychological.
Island.
Yeah.
I thought this was gonna be like Pony Island 2.0.
So, I honestly expected, and that's why I structured our first episode a certain way, that we'd play as though we hadn't seen that tag, and that, like, once things took that hard right, we'd be like, alright, we confess, we knew. And, like, I expected, once we either passed a certain question number, or we got a certain amount wrong, I figured things would start to get dark. And then it just never happened. What the hell, man? Anyway, if you guys have enjoyed this, I'm sure someone has. Probably enjoying our suffering. Oh yeah,
I bet that's gonna be a thing.
Getting a good old guffaw at our frustration. Consider checking out our Patreon to help us keep the show alive. I feel like I deserve a tip after this. God. I am Kids Work here at Last Will Press. Thank you all kindly for watching.
I'm Violeta. You didn't let me. You didn't.
I was after I did the thank you kindly for watching. No. I was gonna.
No, because it goes. I'm Kids Work here at Last Will Press, and I'm Violeta, and then you're like, thank you kindly for watching. That's how it goes.
It's just throwing me off on the groove, despite the groovy tunes so hard.
That's my favorite part.
Mine too, honestly. Good, cool. Even though it's only like a 30-second loop.
I like
it's
it
a good
though.
one.
It's
so,
nice.
We wish you all good game.
Okay, Godspeed. Bye.
Alright, I'll cut this in if I find anything. I am checking the frickin' community page for this game on Steam. And I'll put this in after the credits if I find anything. Because I have to know. Is there any... Free Owl Rescue... What is the Owl Rescue DLC? Can I... Because I'm not gonna do more... It's an adventure.
It's a new campaign featuring 50 facts.
It's just 50 facts with a new it's just an owl. That's it.
Yeah, and
I'm not doing that. Post your own facts here. Koala teeth, achievements. It's day 1 DLC. That's Russian. That's I don't know what. What?
Okay, you know what? Let's.
Interesting game. Hey, let me check, because I swear to you, when we first came across this game,
just go to its main store page.
Now it's not there anymore.
Yes, it
is. Horror. Horror is still there. Why is that there? Because when we first came across this game, psychological horror was one of these popular user-defined tags.
Why is it horror?
Hold on. Where's...
No, this is what we would add.
No, for this product. Free-to-play, casual, memes, cute, single-player, choices matter? Horror, survival horror? Female there isn't a protagonist.
Violent?
Dating sim animal? What are you people doing?
We're just gonna close that. Does anybody... What does people have to say about this? Is there...
I'm checking out, man. I am checked out. I don't give a shit. Fucking Steam. Community doesn't know what words mean.
Yeah, this is it.
Key features: 200 surprising and entertaining facts, calm and relaxing OST, DRM free.
Why?
Hang on. What is this? What more could you ask for? Every topic went correct. Who, what, why? That's just critiquing the thing. It's a quiz app.
Well, yeah.
Of course it is. It's a free game. It worked on Windows 10. Wow, that's an exception to the rule. So that's it.
Why?
Screw it. I'm cutting this in too. This is going in after the credits. Because this is just further evidence for me to say the Steam users do not understand the meaning of words.
Why is this? Why? We should have read more, but we were afraid that we would get
I didn't want to spoil it for myself, because all I saw going into this was that tag, and I didn't want to know the nature of the horror until I encountered it. And then it wasn't there. Again, Vladimir, I forget your name. You're cool. I like you. You made a clever game. I ain't mad at you. I am just livid at the Steam community.
For saying this was a horror game.
Because they done trolled me. How was that? Whoa! Easy there, cowboy. What the hell was that for?